This
Hey
is
there,
the PD Avengers Founders Chat. I'm Larry Gifford.
I'm Soania Mathur.
and I'm Tim Hague.
We are the PD Avengers founding members, and we are happy to be here today. This is a try to be weekly uh, video that we put out where we share with you one thing that each of us has learned in the past week about Parkinson's. We'll start in no particular order with Tim.
Thanks, Larry. Well, this week and the past several weeks, I've been learning again about speech therapy and Parkinson's and how much I dislike them both. It is extraordinarily challenging to go through speech therapy with DBS and with Parkinson's. My DBS is wonderful in that it keeps my tremor down. I feel great, feel wonderful in every regard except when I'm sitting in a restaurant trying to talk to someone and I can't get my voice loud enough or articulate well enough to be understood. And it's absolutely maddening. I've gone to a couple of different speech therapists of recent. They're all telling me the same thing, to sit in my office at home, practice talking loud, etc., etc. And everything we do is not based in reality. The reality is that the hard part of speaking for me comes in the restaurant, comes when you're outside with people, when they're not waiting for you to sit up straight, take a big deep breath, think about being loud, think about being big in your movements, thinking about articulating. You're fighting with understanding what's been said, processing that, coming up with an answer, and not being 5 minutes down the road for
Tim, we talked about that already.
yeah, it is frustrating as hell.
I
So,
understand. Yeah. Especially since you make such, I mean, public speaking is such a big part of your life, so it must be especially maddening.
oh, it's horribly maddening. And so I want to just say that I commiserate with all of you who are dealing with your voice and Parkinson's. I want to encourage you to stay at it. My wife won't let me do otherwise. So it does help. The training that I've been receiving does help, but boy, it doesn't work. It doesn't work fast. So stay the course.
That's great. It's funny, Tim. I got my DBS tweaked last Friday, and they were checking the levels, and then it was like a fish hook just took my mouth. I'm like, whoa!
Oh man.
Just the setting was too high. Like, oh,
Well,
you will smile.
in a Joker kind of fashion.
Yeah, it was weird. Hey, Sonia, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So I want to talk about, I was in DC last week for the Critical Path Institute, had their 20-year anniversary, I guess, but they also were launching GEMPD, which is their Global Evidence in Medicine of Parkinson's Disease
Who's
initiative.
that on the cover?
Oh, someone. And so basically, they're trying to advance Parkinson's treatment for women. And that's because women experience the disease differently, right? Not just in terms of physical symptoms. We tend to have more dyskinesia, we tend to have more pain and anxiety, depression, sort of thing. So non-motor symptoms are different. And those changes not only differ in terms of men versus women, but also women at different stages in their life, premenopausal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal, different changes in their cycle, whether they have their period or not. So those hormones and life stages are never taken into consideration because most of the clinical studies, as we all know, are done on older white gentlemen. So, a lot of the treatments that are being developed aren't even being developed for women specifically. So GEMPD's focus is on advancing treatments for women specifically by increasing, not only just increasing women participating in clinical studies, but a lot of clinical studies have men and women and just accrue the data together. They kind of compile it all together instead of looking at how it's affecting women, how it's affecting men in our study. So even just doing something as simple as doing the statistical data on individual men versus women would be helpful in the cause. So that's what I was happy to be involved with this past week.
That's great. I too was in Washington, D.C. We
Right.
crossed in the night, kind of. I was there for the Parkinson's Policy Forum, which is the first time I've done this since 2019. Uh, got with 270 of my closest friends and advocates, and we went to Capitol Hill and knocked on doors, and we spoke with senators and House members about 5 things. We wanted to have them keep the NIH funding, the National Institutes of Health funding, flat or a little bit higher, because we really want to have dedicated funds for Parkinson's, $600 million for Parkinson's research by 2028. And in order to do that, we need to raise the whole kitty, the NIH. We also asked them to ban paraquat. I mean, this has been under review by the EPA for far too long. It's, the evidence is obvious. It's time to just ban it outright. And we asked them to seat the National Policy Council, the national the council that was cleared when they put through the law for the ending Parkinson's law, which is now called the National Parkinson's Plan. So the National Parkinson's Plan, we want them to fill that out, because I know applications were due by the end of February to be part of that, and there's been no movement on it whatsoever. And the Senate, surprisingly, put $5 million into the budget, $5 million into their budget proposal for the Senate for the that little board for the Parkinson's plan. So it's just to get it off on a good start,
Right.
because you got to pay for rooms and people and
Yeah.
whatever. So you need some seed money to get you started, and then they can do a full analysis, pay for staffers and whatnot.
Right.
So it's exciting time. We were well received. There were some lawmakers that knew nothing about Parkinson's, didn't know anybody with Parkinson's, it was a great opportunity to really educate them and get them interested in what we're talking about. I would say it was a huge success. A big thanks to the Fox Foundation and the UPAC, EMD Alliance was there, and Parkinson's Foundation, and APDA, and the Lewy Body Dementia Society. So it was a really good time. They're going to do it again next year, and the year after, and the year after, if all goes as planned.
Right.
So keep your ears out for opportunities to do that.
Great.
It's fantastic.
All right. I think I want to invite people. There's 3 YOPD conferences coming up. One in Arizona, Carefree in Arizona, near Phoenix. It's called Carefree, I think. There's YOPD Con in Seattle by the APDA Northwest. And there is a YOPD Day in New York coming up that is by the JCC in New York. So if you need more information on that, we'll have them on our website at pdavengers.com. And we hope that everybody has a great, great day.
LA, we can't forget to encourage folks to put in their abstract to World Parkinson's Congress.
That's right.
Deadline for that is coming up when?
October 16th.
October 16th. Awesome.
Yeah, you can do an abstract if you're a patient, if you're a researcher. I mean, they're looking for all of them. For anybody's welcome to submit an abstract, which could, if accepted, then becomes a poster. And
Yeah, and it's great exposure. It's great exposure. Yeah.
Tim's off for 3 weeks on a grand tour of Europe.
Portugal.
Okay. Have
Portugal
fun.
and Slovenia.
Enjoy yourself.
I will.
Sonia, I'll see you next week.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye.